Living on campus at CMU provides you with so many benefits and allows you to truly immerse yourself in your college experience. This year, the room selection process begins on February 20th. Let's take a look at how it works and see which option is right for you. First, let's cover the basics. Are you eligible for room selection? If you're a first year, sophomore, or junior, and you're currently living on campus, including Greek housing, then yep, you're all set to start the room selection process. You're also eligible if you're currently studying abroad, but you lived on campus before you left. If you'll be starting at CMU in the fall as an incoming first-year student, you're required to live on campus, but your selection process and deadlines are different than what we'll cover here. You're not eligible if you're currently living off campus, if you're currently a senior, if you're a grad student, or will become a grad student in the fall. Sorry. But just being eligible doesn't automatically get you a room. You need to go through the room selection process to decide which housing phase is right for you. Your decision will vary based on where you'd like to live and who you'd like to live with. Each phase is a little bit different, and, this is important, has a different deadline for application. So, what are your options? This phase lets you keep your current room. If you're a sophomore or junior and you love your room, you can have it back next year. The deadline to retain your room is February 22nd at noon. One important thing to note is you cannot retain an RA/CA room or suite, themed housing, or an ADA space. What happens if you want to stay in your room next year, but your roommate doesn't? Phase 2 lets you pull in a new roommate to fill their spot, assuming, of course, that they want to live with you too. If you're the new roommate being pulled in, this is also the phase you want to participate in. You must be eligible for room selection, regardless of whether you're pulling in a new roommate or you're the one being pulled in. If you're just pulling in one new roommate, then you can do that online via the housing portal. In a pull-in situation, all vacancies must be filled. So if you need to pull in more than one new roommate, you and your pull-ins have to attend one of the 2 pull-in sessions. These will be held at the Residence on 5th, on February 22nd from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m., and on February 25th from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. The next phase is block housing. If you've got a group of friends and you all want to live close by each other, you can use this option to select a block of rooms that are grouped together. This takes some organization, so you'll have to pick a block leader who will attend the selection meetings and pick the rooms for your group. Applications for block housing are due February 25th at noon, and the selection meetings will take place on February 27th and 28th at the Residence on 5th. General room selection is the phase that the majority of returning residents participate in. You'll get to select your own room from the spaces that remain after retention and block housing are complete. Make sure you have enough roommates to entirely fill the room. You'll be assigned to a time slot based on your class standing that tells you when you can log in to the housing portal to select your room. Applications for general room selection are due March 1st at noon, and your time slot will be on March 4th, 5th, or 6th. Not thrilled with your general room selection options? You can opt for an open assignment, which guarantees you university housing and gives you a chance at spaces that become available during the open cancellation period. Lastly, extended selection takes place on March 6th through the 8th. This is when you can pick from remaining rooms without having to fill the room. Roommates will be assigned to your room at a later date. Choosing where to live next year is a big decision, so make sure you check out cmu.edu/housing/room selection for more information that will help you find the perfect spot.